13th Precinct, Missing Child Unit, how may I help you? Detective Tutwiler, can you please hold for a minute? Thank you.
Detective Tutwiler, how may I help you? Missing child? Blue hair, brown eyes? Okay. Okay, we'll let you know if we find anything. Thank you. Hello, my name is Detective Tutwiler. I work in the Missing Child Unit. Now you may be wondering how I got into this career. It all started when I was a young boy when I read a book, a mystery book, The London Eye Mystery. I'm going to be telling you about this book this evening. Our main characters include Ted, his sister, Catherine. They have not the best of relationships. They fight all the time. And any of you that have siblings may know what I'm talking about. The other main character is Salem, the child that goes missing. Him and his mother plan to go live in New York. Ted and Kat's dad works in the barracks, which is a place where military people used to live during war. It is a very tall building. Salem's father is Rashid. The book doesn't go that well into describing him, but all I can tell, he seems like a nice guy. The mystery, how it came to be is, while Salem and his aunt, like I told you, and his mom, are planning to go to New York. Salem does not enjoy this, so he plans to run away. The mystery is, Salem goes missing all of a sudden. Nobody knows how this happened. And two siblings, Ted and Kat, plan to solve this mystery. Salem's mom, Aunt Gloria, freaks out like any mother would and calls the police. I can't find anything on what happened to him. No cameras, nothing. It seems like he just disappeared out of nowhere. The plan is, Salem decided to run away. When he was going to go and ride the London Eye, he planned to have his friend's brother give him a free ticket, act like he's a stranger, so that his Ted and Kat can't go on with him. Salem, mid-ride, plans to change his clothes into girls' clothes, put on a wig, and walk away with his friend. And nobody will have no idea what happened to him. Well, Salem doesn't really enjoy this. Last minute, he feels bad for his family. He's just going to walk away from them and not tell them anything of what happened to him. And not seeing his Ted and Kat for 3 years kind of sets into that they're nice people and he wants to get to know them even better than he does now. Well, as I told you, Ted and Kat are going to solve this mystery of where Salem was. Well, they find out that Salem had actually been in the barracks, the place Ted's dad was planning to demolish a few days after Salem went missing. This is a high coincidence. And one thing I enjoyed about this book is how it was written. I enjoyed how Ted narrated. It was a nice change of how a book was written. It was almost as if Ted had just taken a diary or something and just started writing. I like how the author made high suspense. She made some things lead to nothing, and some people look like they were going to be the kidnapper, but nothing really happened with them. And I also like how this made high suspense. I liked this made high satisfaction of when they found Salem. I like how the author teased the readers by doing this. She made some clues lead to nothing, like I said. So it just made the book seem really short. And it also made you think the wrong person did it, like I also mentioned. I like how the characters seemed realistic. Ted and Kat, like I mentioned, fight all the time. And Kat also fights with her mom. Now some of you, maybe more, may know what that's like. And I also like something different in a children's book is, we see Salem's mom, Ted's aunt, Aunt Gloria, start smoking when she's stressed, when she has a lot of stress she's dealing with, which is a weird change for a child's book. Were a few things though that I did dislike about this book. It seemed kind of lazy. The author writes why Salem was locked in. Salem had decided while he was going to walk back, because he had quit from the plan, he was going to walk home. Well, before he walks home, he wanted to get a last view of London from the barracks, a high, tall building. Ted's dad, like I mentioned, was going to demolish it, so while he was gone from the barracks, he had a security guard watch over it. I didn't like how the author kind of wrote this off like, well, the security guard just went off to smoke a cigarette. I kind of expected more from a book I enjoyed so much. It had good writing, but I didn't enjoy how all of a sudden it just seemed lazy, and it also seemed like the author kind of gave up towards the end and wasn't enjoying writing it anymore, but wanted it to be published because she put a lot of hard work into it. And I expected more because she had wrote the book so well that at this point I was kind of mad at it because it was so well written up until this point, which kind of made me want it to be written better and more descriptive, like it had been in past few chapters. I kind of wanted to know what happened next, because it doesn't tell whether Salem enjoyed his life in New York, because he had planned to run away and live with his dad. And if given the choice, would he still want to do that instead of living in New York? It doesn't really say if he had any more friends, because the only friend he had was the one he was going to run away with. Aunt Gloria and Rashid seemed like they would get back together. It had told even in the book that they had kissed, so it seemed like maybe, well, things would pick up and they would not be divorced anymore, and Salem would have two parents that were together again. And that'd be nice for Salem, given the fact that he'd just gone through a lot. As this made it seem like they would. And while reading this book, I did a little research, and I found out this mystery really wouldn't happen. I found out that there significantly is a lot of high amount of cameras. Somebody would have seen Salem walking back from this ride. And nobody saw Salem change his clothes mid-ride, because he had changed into girls' clothes in the middle of the ride. So nobody saw this boy 14, 13 change. It also says before any of this happened that you must have an adult / a person 16 or older ride with you. Overall, I enjoyed this book. There were many things I neither liked or disliked. I enjoyed it. I highly would recommend this book. It is very, very well written, besides the few moments I mentioned. And many things I neither liked or disliked. It was just explaining the mystery. So it was very well written, and it kind of went fast. Despite it having 322 pages, it felt more around 150 pages. Because, well, while reading this, I had gotten so sucked into the mystery that I just kept page turning and page turning and page turning because I enjoyed it so much. Thank you. This has been my report on the London Eye mystery. And as you know, and the satisfaction of when you get to tell a parent that their child is safe is the reason I got into this career, is because how Salem was able to be told to his parents that he's fine, which is what I want as a detective, to be able to tell missing child's parents that their child is safe.